We've seen the structure, inputs and outputs, and the VAS and ESP installed in the Opirus. Now let's move on to the electrical system. This section contains information about the body control module, or BCM, integrated memory system, or IMS, high-intensity discharge headlights, or HID, auto leveling device, safety power window, backing warning system, or BWS, and trip computer. Let's take a look at these. The body control module is brand new for the Opirus. The body control module incorporates numerous electrical system functions, including e-tags. We will review the following systems in this section. General characteristics of the BCM. Wiper motor control. Lamp control. Turn signal and stop lamp control. Buzzer warning control. Keyhole illumination control. Defogger timer control. Room lamp delay control. Anti-theft function control. And self-diagnosis. The body control module shares the information with each control module through CAN communication. The communication between modules, such as the body control module, driver's side door module, assist doors side module, power seat control module, and steering wheel control module, uses a relatively new technology called CAN communication. Multi-function switch signals are transmitted to the body control module with LIN communication. Let's take a look at the wiper motor control. The intermittent wiper control is controlled by the rain sensor. When the wiper switch is in the auto position, the signal is sensed by the body control module using LIN communication. The body control module transmits switch information to the rain sensor through pulses in the modulation signal. If the rain sensor senses rain in this condition, the rain sensor informs the body control module through different pulses in the modulation signals. The intermittent operation, slow to fast, changes based on the amount of rain detected by the rain sensor. Perform self-diagnosis as follows when the wiper motor does not operate smoothly with the rain sensor signals. First of all, turn the ignition key on and set the wiper switch to the auto position. Then the wiper motor operates once. Move the intermittent volume adjuster switch to step 5. Adjust the switch down to step 4. If the wiper operates, it's fault A. Move the switch down to step 3. If the wiper motor operates, it's fault B. If the wiper motor operates when the switch is down to step 2, it's regarded as fault C. The wiper motor may not operate as expected if there's a breakdown in the LIN communication. If this occurs, an additional low-speed wiper relay can be driven by the BCM to ensure wiper operation. When the lamp switch is turned on, the switch signal is transmitted to the body control module through LIN communication, activating the lamp relay to turn on the lamps. A headlamp low relay is controlled directly by the headlamp switch in case the lamps don't operate due to LIN communication problems. The tail lamps can be automatically turned off using the auto cut function. If the ignition key is removed and the driver's door is opened when the tail lamp switch is on, the tail lamps turn off automatically. If the driver's door is closed and the ignition key is inserted, the tail lamps turn on again, assuming the lamp switch is in the on position. By the way, the tail and headlamps can be controlled by the auto light sensor too. When the lamp switch is in the auto position, the auto light sensor senses the ambient light condition and activates the lamps. The lamps are turned off or on based on the sensor's output voltage to the control module. turn signals are now controlled by the body control module. When the turn signal switch signals the BCM through LIN communication signals to activate the turn signals, the BCM controls turn signal relay operation. The hazard switch is input directly to the BCM through standard wiring. When the brake pedal is pressed, battery power is supplied to the body control module and the brake lamps turn on. If the brake lamp fuse or any of the lamps are burned out, the failure indicator in the instrument panel turns on to inform the driver of a malfunction every time the driver presses the brake pedal. If the ignition key is removed from the cylinder and the driver's or passenger's door is opened, the keyhole illumination lamp turns on. If the door is closed again, it remains on for 10 seconds. The defogger timer controls rear window and outside mirror defogging at the same time. If the defogger switch is depressed when the engine is running and charging based on the alternator L terminal signal, the body control module grounds the defogger relay, turning on the rear defogger. The BCM sends defogger switch signals to the driver's door module and the assist door module using CAN communication. These two modules then activate the heater controls from the outside mirrors. If the door is opened when the room lamp switch is in the door position and the ignition key is turned off, the room lamp turns on. If the door is closed, the room lamp fades out slowly for 5 seconds. If the unlock signal of the transmitter is received when all doors are closed, the room lamp remains on for 30 seconds. Since the anti-theft function is the same as the existing e-tax, let's briefly review some anti-theft characteristics only. To review, there are 3 different kinds of input signals related to the anti-theft function. These signals are direct input signals through CAN communication, and transmitter signals. Direct input signals are all the door switches: the trunk open switch, trunk unlock switch, hood switch, and the key in switch. Door lock and unlock switch signals in the door actuator are transmitted to the body control module through CAN communication from each door module. If the RKE transmitter is lost after the alarm has been put into the armed condition, it can be disarmed using the ignition key. If the door is opened with the ignition key, the alarm activates. Turn the ignition key on and wait for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, the alarm should stop and the alarm is disarmed. Let's look at the key registration now. Basically, only 2 keys can be registered using the HiScan Pro. First, connect the additional adapter connector to the self-diagnosis connector of the HiScan Pro. Turn on the HiScan Pro after connecting it to the RC connector. Select code saving in the body control module system on the HiScan Pro. Follow the instructions as shown on the HiScan Pro screens. Just a word or two about body electrical self-diagnosis. First, connect the HiScan Pro to the self-diagnostic connector. When the body control module is selected with HiScan Pro connected and operating normally, you can perform the usual HiScan Pro functions. Check for self-diagnosis codes, observe input and output signals, and run actuator tests. We have learned about the body control module functions of the Opirus so far. Next, let's look at the integrated memory system. The integrated memory system memorizes and replays up to 2 driver's seat, steering wheel, and outside mirror positions. To review the system function first, power steering, outside mirror, and power seat can be operated manually by the adjust switch and memory function is available to memorize and replay 2 positions. I'd like to review the input, output, and characteristics for this system. Input signals for the CAN communication are memory position switch 1, memory position switch 2, stop switch, and memory switch. More inputs are the shift lever parking position, reverse signal, and vehicle speed signal. These are all inputs to the body control module through CAN communication. The power seat control module has several sensors and switches. Here are the front and rear height sensor to sense the height of the front and rear of the seat cushion, a sliding sensor to sense the front and rear position of the seat cushion, and a recliner sensor to sense the seat back position. The limit switch is an on-off type switch. It limits forward and rearward travel when the switch is tripped during operation. The steering wheel control system has 2 sensors to sense the steering column tilt and telescope positions. These are potentiometer type sensors, where voltage changes from 0 to 5 volts by the component's position. This information is input into the steering column control module. This system controls 3 functions. These are seat replay using the memory switch. Outside mirrors pivot downward 5 when the shift lever is in the R position. Seat position replay function by keyless transmitter. When the position of the seat, steering wheel, and mirror is memorized, the positions are automatically replayed when memory switch 1 or 2 is pressed. To memorize the position, first of all, turn the ignition key on. Adjust the positions of the seat, mirror, and steering wheel using the appropriate switches. Press the M switch. Select the switch to memorize. Then it is memorized.